Get the one on the door or
Hmm?
where you put these?
In the shelf.
That looks good.
Hmm?
That looks good.
Should I mix it with some rice? No?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Hello, what's up, Gaming Links? Good vibes, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the live. Gotta get some dinner going. Gotta get some dinner started. Welcome, greetings, hello. Chopping up some tomatoes. You saw some cod fillets, which we're desalting by boiling with hot water. We're gonna make that with some tomato sauce, a little tomato base. Trying to get dinner going so we can eat early, because Lord knows we ain't trying to have dinner at 10 o'clock at night. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but if we don't have to, we won't. If you're not subscribed, make sure you go and subscribe to the channel for some more cooking lives, cooking videos, all the above. I think I'm gonna cut up one more tomato. Stick around if you want to learn how to cook and pretty much make yourself a meal. This one's a really simple one. This one doesn't involve a lot. Just some basic ingredients, which we're just gonna chop up. So I got the tomatoes. I'm gonna chop up some garlic, and then I'm going to chop up some onions, which we're gonna saute. So this all gets sauteed. We're gonna make a tomato base, and then we're just gonna add our pollock, or bacalao, that's how we call it in Spanish, which is salted. But yeah, that's what we got going on. We might add a little bit of cooking wine in there. It just depends. Just depends. All right, got my tomatoes. Let me go grab my onion. I'll be right back. Just grab me a couple onions or a couple garlic, like garlic cloves. It should be good. All right, y'all, we back. Okay, so I got my onion. This was sitting in the fridge. I used half of it yesterday for my other recipe that I was making last night. If you were here last night for the other cooking live, I appreciate you. And if you're back, welcome back for day 2. I'm just gonna dice this up nice and small. I'm gonna push my tomatoes to the side. It's a little quiet. Y'all not saying much. Hello. What's up, JJ? Greetings. Happy Tuesday. It's martes. April Fool's Day. The ones that know. Do I like popcorn? I actually do like popcorn. Do I eat popcorn? Not as often as I probably could. But, my husband likes popcorn more than I do. Me, I could probably go my lifetime without eating popcorn, but yeah, that's good. Glimpse of this. What am I making? I'm making some salted pollock with actually desalting it. So what I'm doing is I'm boiling the actual fish to take out the salt that it was pretty much cooked with. Hey Lois, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another live. So yeah, these are pretty much fish fillets that have been salted, and what I'm doing is I'm desalting them by boiling it with just some regular water, trying to get all the salt extracted and taken out. Once that takes place, we're gonna go ahead and pretty much no sound. That's on your end? Okay. Turn up the volume, Lois. Okay. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this cooked up. I have some tomatoes, some onions. I'm getting ready to make some garlic, and then we're gonna, it's okay, no worries. Yeah, this is gonna be what I'm gonna use to season it. And then we're gonna have this with some rice. We're gonna have this with some plantains, which I'm gonna be frying. And then over there, I'm just trying to get this pot clean. So I added a little bit of dish soap, a little bit of vinegar, and I'm trying to just get whatever is stuck to it to lift up. So that's what you'll see like in the background over there. But yeah, welcome back. Welcome to the live.
What's the next guess? Oh, this is the bottom plantains?
Yeah, they're pretty hard. Hey Allison, what's up y'all? Happy Tuesday. So yeah, I have my plantain. We're gonna be frying this up. So I bought 3, only 1 is actually edible. The other ones went bad, and I bought them at Trader Joe's, but they're kind of sitting there for a little too long. And as I mentioned, they're not edible. So this is the only one that I was able to manage to save. Yeah, we're gonna be frying it up.
No, that was it.
Doesn't matter nada. Barely any fish in here.
There's more salt.
I know, right? More salt than fish. What am I making? This is salted pollock. So I'm desalting it now. Pretty much boiling it, trying to get all the salt out of it. But I'm going to pretty much just kind of shred it, and then I'm gonna make it with like a tomato base. But we're having this with some white rice and then our little fried plantains that y'all saw on the side. I have some leftovers as well, so I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with the leftovers. But yeah, plantains, rice, and some pollock. That's still very, very salty. I've boiled it about 3 times already with water, so hopefully this time it'll be the end of it. Yep, it's saltfish, pretty much the same thing. And then as I mentioned, I do have some leftovers. We have this grilled chicken, which I think I'm gonna make it into like a yellow chicken rice. So I'm gonna cook this in the crock pot, not the crock pot, but my rice maker with some white rice and kind of turn it into like a little yellow rice that I could probably have throughout the week. But I think that's what I'm gonna do with these leftovers. Just kind of revamp the recipe. So let's see how it goes. My mom usually soaks it overnight, but I like it a little salty. Listen, I love salty food, so. But no, the quickest way to do it, if you want to eat it like the same day, is to just kind of rinse it off really good and then boil it a couple times, and it'll take the salt out of it. But yeah, I hear you, girl. Can you do 3 cups of rice, please? I hear you. I haven't made fritters in a while either. But you can make saltfish fritters. Those are pretty good too. Trying to mince this garlic. Hubby peeled it and he left a whole skin on this one. Can't be trusted. Can't be trusted. 3.
Which kind of rice?
You enjoy coming in and seeing what we're up to? Thank you, girl. Yeah, we just be cooking it up, Lois. If we're not cooking, we're driving or usually going somewhere to eat. But this week we're trying to eat as many home cooked meals as we can, just so we can recover. Because last week we literally ate out every single day, like no shame, no chill. Like it was ridiculous. Super ridiculous. Thank you, Allison. Yeah, it looks good. The grilled chicken is really, really tasty. It's got a lot of flavor, and I think once I mix it with the rice, it's really gonna just give it a little pop, and then I'll be able to enjoy the rest of the week.
Is the little cup right here?
The cups, they should be, I think they're in the drawer. They're in the drawer. But yeah, this we're gonna add to some rice, some Korean rice. Well, hopefully I had a good weekend. Lois, did you dash at all today? Is she a dasher? I think she's a dasher. No? Never mind. I think I'm getting her mixed up with Heather, huh? Oh, Fran. Yeah, it's Fran and Heather. Keep getting them mixed up. Never mind, girl. Never mind. Scratch that whole question. All right, so I got my garlic. You don't dash? Okay, I got you confused with another one of my subbies that pops in every now and then. There's like a whole dashing community. I had no idea till I got on here. I had no idea who they were, what they were about. Way too many kids. That's probably for the best, Lois. Because the city right now, city life is not it. Very busy. City. It is very busy in the city. Give you a little peek into my spice cabinet, little VIP access over here. I'm gonna grab this one. What happened? That's just water. Let's go ahead and get some oregano. Let's go in with the all-purpose. What else? What else? Whee! I think I'm gonna add a little curry and turmeric to my rice. Is that my turmeric? Yes, it is. ¿Tú no quieres? No te lo comas. Sorry for you. No me jodas. And this one right here. This is what adds that yellow coloring to your rice. It's really good stuff though. Really, really good. But yeah, little sneak peek into the spice cabinet. Spicing it up, spicing it up. Y'all keep my magnesium in the background. This is to help with my acid reflux. So if y'all suffer from really bad acid reflux, this right here is gonna save you big time. When in doubt, take magnesium. Period, food. All right, y'all. Then I'm gonna get ready to fry these plantains just so I can have them ready on the side. And I think I have some sausages too. I could probably throw in that rice. Huh? Yeah. It's definitely gonna have flavor. There we go. So I'm gonna cut up these little sausages that I got at an Asian market. And these are actually a little on the sweet side, but they taste really good. Gonna take off the casing for them. There's about 4 of them in here. How many kids do you have, Lois? And what are their age, like the ranges in age? Team no kids for now. Can't do it, girl. Can't afford them. I think that's the worst part. I think if we had to raise them, we could raise them, but girl, kiddos are super expensive. So I'm just peeling these little sausages. You have 4 of your own and 2 grandbabies. Oh my goodness. That is awesome. I feel like the new generation of grandparents are like completely different from like the old school grandparents. Like I feel like they're kind of cooler in a way, but then again, they're like exposed to more things that our grandparents weren't exposed to. Like I feel like grandparents nowadays are like on social media, they're on TikTok, they're pretty much everywhere. They're a little bit more up to date with you're a G-mom? Call them glamas. 22. Your oldest is 22. That's a good age. That's a good age. So I'm sure they got you busy, girl. Busy. You're a busy bee.
want to what?
For now, yeah. It's good. 13, 11, 8, 6, and 3. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I know that 3-year-old is working your life, girl. These 3-year-olds are too funny. But that's a good range, I feel like. For the most part, most of the ages sound like they're self-sufficient. Oh, that's funny. As soon as you said 3, I'm like, ooh, I feel for you. Man, these 3-year-olds are little firecrackers, man. These little 3-year-olds are firecrackers. I always say they're either going to lead us into, like, doomsday or they're going to save us from it. That is too funny. All right, so we're going to cook this up. But that's awesome. You got kids of your own, little family you're growing. And you got the grandbabies already in the picture, so that's a blessing in itself too. Spend time with the grandkids. I grew up with my paternal grandparents, but my maternal ones I didn't have much access to because they lived in a different country. Yeah, it's a blessing in itself. All right, y'all. I'll give you a little sneak peek of the rice. You put 3 cups.
3 cups, you gotta put the salt and the seasoning.
I don't think I'm gonna put any oil because the salami or the little sausages have oil. I think I'm just gonna season it with some regular seasoning. I'm gonna add a little bit of the chicken in here just to give it some flavor, and then we'll add the rest. Let's add some of this. Not too much. A little turmeric to make our rice yellow. Give it that nice color.
Christmas, everybody uses Goya. I mean, the cubes, but the cubes got a lot
of chemicals and stuff. Yeah. A little bit of curry. Going to be our main ingredient. This is also going to give it a nice color. It's not paprika. It's a type of spice, and it's not spicy at all. Let's do a little sprinkle of comino, cumin. That's it. Give it a good stir. I'm going to turn on the actual rice cooker. And this is how we're revamping these leftovers and using whatever we have in the fridge. This rice will definitely last us through the rest of the week. Definitely taking it to work in the next couple days if we have enough left, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what it tastes like. I mean, it can't be bad. It's just literally rice with proteins. Making sure we give it a good stir. Then we're gonna make sure we submerge all the rice. Do it away from you so the heat can go away. That's how you get muscle spasms. Okay. I didn't tell you. It's ready. Si quieres el agua para que se enfríe. Ya.
Sí, ya no lo veo. Pónganse para allá.
Okay, y'all. Put this bad boy away. Turned it on. We're gonna let it cook. We're gonna let her cook. All right. Gonna be ready for our salt fish. I just gotta pretty much flake it up. Traemos unos guantes. Please. All right, y'all. Just bear with me. Bear with me. La toalla que yo tenía. ¿Ah? El año que se limpia.
¿Cuál? You gonna use this bowl or no? Is this bowl you gonna use it? Okay.
All that over there, gotta go. Gotta go. Todo eso lo tienen que
Eso es tuyo.
lo tienen que recoger. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got. Got my bowl. Got my salt fish. I think so for now. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and separate the bones from the fish. I don't know if y'all can see that there. You see the little thing sticking out? Those are all fish bones. We are going to take them out. And I feel like it just depends on the cut of the fish and what cut of the fish they use, but I personally don't like fish bones in it. Some people say it just cooks, but I don't trust it. Ooh, this one had a lot. So what I do is I take the fillet and just press it down, and that'll typically expose the bones. You can see there's two right there. There's about 3 right here. I try to get as many as I can. Sometimes I get them all, sometimes I don't. ¿Qué fue? ¿Qué tiene? ¿Qué tiene? It's used to clean surfaces, so. You don't like fish bones? Me neither. Listen, if I can have fishes without bones in them, that'll be my day. Maybe that's why I like shrimp so much, because shrimps don't have any bones in them, and they're just easier to clean. Yeah. But no, I don't like fish bones. I got one stuck in my throat when I was a kid, probably about this size, and I'm still traumatized from it. Let's just say that. When I tell you my mom had to put her fingers down my throat to take out a whole fish bone that was stuck in there for days. 4 days. It was like maybe 2-3 days. I'm telling you, I was traumatized. And that's the thing, you rely on the person who cooked it, and it's just like ever since that day, like I'm so cautious when I eat fish. Even when I eat like a breaded fillet, like you never know, there might be bones in there. And listen, if those things get stuck in your throat and you don't have the tools or whatever to take it out, like it's not fun having somebody shove their fingers down your throat to take out a fish bone that's lodged in there. Lois, you too? Girl, the trauma. I'm still, like I said, I'm 35 years old and I'm still traumatized. Why I'm eating fish, Lord only knows. I really shouldn't be eating any of it, but here we are. Yeah, and it was a huge like fish bone. The same thing, the person's like, oh no, I cleaned them out, like everything was fine. And I'm just like, well, then it wouldn't be stuck in my throat if that was the case. And it's crazy how it got lodged in there. Like, look at all these fish bones, y'all. There's like 5 or 6 in there. Girl, I tried everything. I tried balls of rice. I tried balls of bread. I tried water. I tried like anything to push it down, and it would not go down. The only way was to retrieve it. Retrieve it, and now that I think about it, like I don't even think my mom could see it. Like, thankfully, her, like, she's got thin, like her fingers are thin. She was able to grab it, but when I tell you, girl, I never want to relive that in my life. Especially as an adult. Like, ain't no way to go. You tried everything. You went to the hospital, girl. I didn't make it to the hospital. We didn't have, our hospitals in Cuba were not staffed or stocked to treat those kind of issues. Needless to say. Yeah, we didn't have resources. So we had a DIY. And DIY was given. Somebody's gonna have to go in there and grab it. Getting down to the end. I gotta do a little taste test, make sure that this is not salty. And if it is, we'll just strain it one more time with some regular water. Oh yeah, still salty. So yeah, I did boil it like 5 or 6 times. But when you break it down like this, there's still some salt stuck in between the fibers. So we're gonna rinse it, give it another good rinse. It's what's for dinner, y'all. Good old saltfish. Búscame un colador gordo, please. I don't need a big one, just like the small one.
The little one?
The second to littlest one.
This one.
What's the next size?
¿Cuál? Este es mediano. Este es mediano. Este es big heavy.
Alright, y'all, I'll give you a little glimpse. The rice is still cooking. So the water pretty much already evaporated. This is what it's looking like. Looking pretty good. I'm gonna add the remainder of the chicken. I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken stock in there. Yeah, it smells really, really good. Yeah, we just need a little bit more fluids, a little bit more water. I'm gonna add probably a little bit of oil. Got my chicken stock. really good too. Oh, thank you, Lois. Blessed with food and blessed with a foodie partner, because it would suck if my partner didn't, or my husband didn't like eating food or trying different stuff. I don't know how that would go. I don't know if it will go like anything. But anyways, all right, let me add my chicken stock. We got the low sodium chicken stock. Just add a dash of that. Give it a good stir. That sausage got nice and soft. Yeah, this rice with a little bit of salad and a little bit of just like a side lettuce or a side of a little cucumber is all you need. Add a little bit more of the chicken stock. Okay. Tastes really good. It's not salty. I don't want it to be salty. And it's got a lot of seasoning from not only the chicken that I already added in there, but the salami, the pork sausage from the Asian store. So add this like that. I'm gonna add the lid so I can continue cooking. All right, y'all, back to my stove, back to the cooktop. I'll clean this up later, but I'm gonna take my wok. Where did I learn how to cook? I feel like it was my genetic makeup taught me how to cook. But just watching my dad. My dad is the one that always cooked growing up. My mom would make like special occasion like meals or like specific meals, but just watching them cook, you know, watching our families and the cookouts. We always have cookouts. But yeah, I actually didn't start cooking till I was 23. Like I used to cook like, you know, simple dishes and things like that. Like I would, you know, we would butcher like a whole chicken and then I would clean the chicken. I would, you know, season it, marinate it, and then cook it. But I never really actually cooked like multiple meals. And then I grew up eating the same stuff all the time. Like my dad, he did all the cooking, but he only has like his staple meals that he likes to cook and eat. So we would constantly eat like similar stuff all the time. So after I got married, like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm just gonna try and cook whatever I want. So that usually involves many different things. I don't cook just like one specific thing. I don't cook just Cuban food. I like to cook any and everything. But yeah, just watching people and then just revamping it. Going out to eat to restaurants and things like that also helps too, because you get to try different, you know, combinations of things when you come home and try it out yourself. So I've always been, I guess adventurous is the word in the kitchen. I just like trying new stuff. But once you have the basis down for cooking, like everything else is just pretty much the same thing. You just gotta get the general concept of what you're making, what it involves. Get like this basic recipe and basic ingredients, and then you're good to go. So we're sauteing my onions. So olive oil has a very high flash point. It heats up very quickly, extremely quickly. So once you put it in there, it's gonna get hot very, very fast. It's not like canola or like any of the other oils that has a lower flash point. This one will heat up super quick. And when I mean quick, I mean like 10-20 seconds quick. Here is the salted fish, which I already rinsed out. We got all the salt out of it. I boiled it multiple times, rinsed it with some cold water, and then I strained it really, really good, so it's pretty much ready to go. So this is gonna be the basis or the flavoring for that saltfish. Got my minced garlic here on the side, which is right over here. Okay, add in my garlic. Just kind of waited till those onions got so they sweated out a little bit. To this, I'm going to add a little bit of oregano. I'm also going to add a little bit of cumin and let those herbs and seasons just kind of marinate in the oil. A little bit of oregano. I think that's it. Not adding any salt. The saltfish has plenty of salt. I'm gonna add a little bit of anato, which is kind of like achiote. Nice bright color. And garlic also burns and cooks really, really fast. So with the garlic, it also clumps and likes to stick together. So you have to constantly like stir it, mix it up so that it doesn't burn. You don't want it to burn. You don't want it to get clumpy. I'm gonna add half of the tomatoes. Add my saltfish so it can start soaking up all that flavor. You smell the garlic that I didn't burn?
Really good.
You can. Alright, chicken stock. I'm gonna wait till the tomato breaks apart and breaks down a little bit. Add a little bit of cooking wine. This has a lot of sodium in it. It's got 180 milligrams, so I'm just gonna do like a little dash.
Splashy splash.
Not too much, y'all. Not too much. But this right here over some white rice and some plantains. Listen, I did cut the tomatoes. These are just regular tomatoes from Aldi's. Nothing special. I typically buy the ones on the vine. But yes, cut up your own stuff. Add a little bit more chicken stock to it. There we go. Lord knows I love my sauce. I need all the sauce I can get. That's delicious, y'all. The best part is, even though it's salted fish, you can only taste just enough of the salt. It doesn't have too much in it, so it's perfect. Todo estos plátanos no sirven. These plantains aren't good.
That's kind of right there. Right here.
Yeah, let's put them in the air fryer. Well, plan B is frozen plantains, y'all. So we're gonna be making these in the air fryer because my fresh ones went bad. These are sliced, fried, and ready to eat, so we're just gonna reheat them in the air fryer. But these will be perfect. Absolutely perfect. The best part is there's no sodium, no salt. So if you're trying to watch your salt intake, this is pretty a good option. So let me get my air fryer out the back. And it's crazy how once the fish gets super flaky, like it renders a lot of fish. Let's do a little bit more of the chicken broth. No, you get a yellow or do like yellow?
Yellow for me. Yeah, I want the yellow. Yellow's good. Once you put it in the air fryer,
I'm gonna put the plantain. Here's the air fryer right here. I'm going to load it up with some plantains, so I'll give you a snapshot of that. Give me a second. Here are the plantains. Line them up. It says to air fry them for... Plantains is a fruit. It's a fruit that can be eaten.
It's a banana.
Yeah, it's pretty much a tropical banana. Banana's big brother. It's a tropical fruit. This one can be fried. It can be baked. But it's pretty much like a giant banana.
It's a good alternative to a starch.
Yep. But yeah, it's a plantain, pretty much a giant banana. And it tastes different than a regular banana. No, it's okay. You can ask. We don't mind. We're not insulted. Ask away. But yeah, it's pretty much a tropical banana. I wish I could show you. I threw them away. But just imagine a big, giant banana that tastes a little bit more like a tropical banana, I guess we could call it. But it is a fruit. As I mentioned, you can bake it, you can fry it, you can cook it. It doesn't get mushy like an actual banana. Even though it gets ripe, it does get a little bit mushy. I'll show you what it looks like, but if you like bananas, plantains, you're probably gonna like too. I would say the flavor is a little bit more mild and subtle. It's not as potent as a regular banana. I don't think you can use it for smoothies or anything like that, but I'm sure maybe people have in other parts. But they make desserts out of it. You can make savory dishes out of it. You can do all kinds of things with it. All kinds of things with it. I'm gonna add a little bit more cooking wine. Got some gold cooking wine. Add another splash of that. You don't see them where you live? Yeah, some places, like some states don't have it, especially if there's not like a lot of like island Caribbean people or Asians. Like certain Asian populations will consume them, but it just depends. Depending on where you live, you might not be able to find them as much. But if you ever happen to travel somewhere that has them, definitely give them a try because they're delicious. You won't be disappointed. All right, let's check on my Korean rice. All right, it's getting fluffy. Definitely spicy. Got a little kick. A little kick from the chicken. The chicken stock, para echarle el arroz. I think it needs a little more. Actually, it might cook. Mira, ven. Fanta. No. Need salt, right? Yeah, but no one's trying to supplicate. I don't want it to be salty. Pasta. What up, pasta? Thanks, pasta. I used some Asian sausage, little pork sweet sausage, and then some leftover grilled chicken. I got some plantains in the air fryer. Look at that, nice and golden. Yes. But yeah, pasta, how's the family? How's boo thing? How's work? How's school? How's life? A little more chicken broth. I think it's gonna be the last chicken broth addition that we're gonna add. How's grandma in Germany? How's everybody? You never had plantains? Sounds like a lot of people in the chat haven't tried it. You gotta try it, man. One time. Try it one time and let me know. But if you have a Trader Joe's where you're located, they should have them at Trader Joe's. That's where I got these from. But you can always make them yourself too. But yeah, Pastor, we're having some rice with saltfish and then some plantains. Yeah, you definitely gotta try plantains. You had to quit your job because you was assaulted. Oh, Lord. Are you serious, bro? That's crazy. We'll try attacking you. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's wild. Did you get hurt pretty bad? Hopefully not. But, man, these jobs nowadays, you never know what's going to happen. But I'm sorry to hear that. Damn, Lois. Listen, go to the Mexican store. If you have a Mexican, go to your local Mexican store and ask them for plantains. They usually have them in the freezer aisle. You can get like a little pack. Crazy patient was waiting for opening in psychiatric ward, punched me. Oh my God. Are you serious? That's crazy, bro. That is wild. I was gonna say crazy, no pun intended, but man, that's ridiculous. I'm so sorry, bro. Hopefully they restrained him pretty good so he didn't hurt nobody else, but that's scary. That's the thing with working in healthcare. You don't know who you're gonna run into. And what kind of mental state. Crazy old dude, man. Those are the worst ones too. They got all kind of strength. Them old people, I don't know where they get all their strength from, but they be on something, y'all. Put these little Ziploc bags away because I won't need them for later. I'm sorry to hear, man. A lot of mental health going on. A lot of these people just don't have the right medications too to like deal with what they got going on. It's crazy. Like, then they're out here walking around, roaming the streets, hurting people. It's not good. It's definitely not good. Have to drive to the nearest city, Winnipeg and Manitoba. There's no Mexican stores here. Oh, dang, Lois. You're in Canada. Dang. You might be able to find it. I think it's going to definitely take you a while. Indian stores, yeah. Arab stores or Indian stores, you could try there too. He first started being rude to a female nurse, so I stepped in to tell him to chill, and he socked. Oh, my God. That's crazy. Now you trying to interfere so he doesn't mess up with nobody else, and then you over here getting, dang, you got the short end of the stick, bro. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, search Indian stores, Lois. Indian or Arab stores, you should be able to find it there too, because I know they eat plantains as well. And African, if you have any African stores too. Is this empty? Not you leaving this on the counter. Is it empty this whole time? Is it plugged in? All right, y'all. Let me get my little tongs. My tongue.
Cisco.
Ooh, nice and golden. Yes. Wee. All right, y'all. I'm just gonna flip these over so the other side can cook evenly. It says to cook for 6 to 8 minutes on each side, but pretty much these are already cooked. We're just like, you know, warming them up. But when I tell you, these are perfect and they smell so good. Oof. You know what? Trader Joe's, the other Trader Joe's, the ones that have the real plantains, could never. Because them suckers went bad.
These are real.
I mean, they're real. They're real bad because they didn't last. They went bad. All right, y'all. We're flipping these over. Just gonna cook the other side. And it says 350, so we're doing 350. We're gonna do 6 minutes. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and we're air frying. They look like wedges, yeah. I feel like these taste way better than wedges. I love plantains. Bitter banana. Some of them could be bitter. It just depends how you pick them out too. It just depends. You can't punch back, you can only restrain. Yeah. Cuban, or is that a thing? Well, I am Cuban. Some say they're like a bitter banana. Yeah, but any Cuban stores, any Caribbean stores will have them. Arabs eat them. People from Africa eat them. But you can definitely, yeah. Cuban restaurants should definitely have plantains for sure. For sure. 6th grade, your teacher tried to get me to try it, but scared the hell out of me and not the... Now you're being traumatized by a banana pasta. Listen, me and Lois are traumatized by fish bones because I had to take out the bones for the salt fish. And we were talking about how we had one stuck in our throats when we were kids. And my mom had to go in and like retrieve mine. That one was pretty bad, but needless to say, we're very cautious now of fish bones. All right, let's see what we can get over here. Put this away. But dinner is pretty much done. We're gonna plate Tribe's plate. All right, so we're gonna go with the yellow rice with chicken, sausage, a little ratty pack over here. All right. I didn't eat fish again, maybe 1 or 2 bites, and I chewed and chewed. Oh man, not fun. When I tell you we're traumatized, like the trauma is real. 2nd day in America, you choked on a piece of steak and vomited in the bathroom. Oh my God, Pasta. Listen, you and food are like having a toxic relationship right now. Or at least when you were younger. Hopefully you recover from then. But I will say we do have, like, our steaks are pretty, like, they're pretty, like, big. But then again, I don't eat, like, chunky steaks. I usually like them thin because they cook a lot better and they're easy to chew. And y'all, I have TMD, so like my TMJ, my temporomandibular joint, gets locked in all the time. So I can't be chewing too much because it'll start getting locked up and then it'll start swelling because of the TMD. So yeah, I don't eat chewy steaks. I can only tolerate them and eat them for so long. Get my white rice. Yeah. Somebody doesn't want white rice, but I'm getting white rice. Huh? Cocina Maria because I had to get rid of the chicken. I had to cook up the chicken. Leftovers. Thankfully, you can still do meat, even started a mostly meat diet. Okay. That's what's up, bro. Yeah, if you're O positive or a type blood or blood type O, you're supposed to have a lot of protein, especially like a lot of beef. But that's good, man. That's good. I'm glad you made it work. I'm glad you made it work. Yeah, I still eat fish even though I had a traumatic experience. I'm just, like I said, super, super careful. Because you just never know. You just never know when a fish tail is going to come for you. All right, Tribe is having yellow rice. I'm having white rice with my food. Now this is so good. So a little bit of the broth. It's like my favorite part of any dish is the broth, the juices. So we got that. I'm just gonna throw some plantains on top and that's dinner. Dinner. But yeah, that's wild that a whole psychiatric patient went AWOL on you. That is insane.
¿Cómo Sprite si quieres?
Sprite. Espíritu de Sprite. Tu espíritu. All right. Let's do some plating. Maybe the chunky ones. Okay, here's the plantains, y'all. That was yesterday? Oh, damn, bro. So you still black and blue. Dang, that's wild. That is wild. I'm sorry, bro. That's gotta suck. Not fun. All right, so I'm gonna take a couple of these to work tomorrow. Let's do 3 for work. And give these to Tribe. All right. Stitches on your eyebrow. Oh my God, not him leaving a scar. Can you even press charges, bro?
He got stitches on his eyebrow?
Damn.
Dang. That's crazy.
I hope you get like workers' comp or something, man.
Yeah, like, jeez.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I hope you get workers' comp, bro. Workers' comp. I don't know if you're gonna do a whole lawsuit, but it's given. Somebody gonna have to pay for them stitches because it's given $1,000 per stitch. These ER visits.
It's given Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah. You said Lilo and Stitch. I can't with you, bro. Nah, he was crazy. Damn, bro. You can't even do nothing.
Damn.
That's crazy. That's wild.
That's wild.
That is wild. Tell you.
I got $500. Jeez.
$500. That's it. What you gonna do with $500? Man, you can't do much with $100, man. That's not even enough to cover the hospital bill. That's crazy. Oh my God.
Since I work there, they stitched me up for less.
Damn.
For free.
They said we gonna go ahead and take care of it. Oh my God.
They're like, they're patching them up. They're like, man, I hope he comes to work tomorrow. Cause
They thought they was doing something.
I don't miss healthcare, man. I don't
Yeah,
miss
no,
it.
healthcare's no joke.
I don't miss it.
You think this is gonna make you reconsider your profession, Pasta? Cause the hospital scene is crazy, bro. Alright, I'm getting hungry. I gotta eat. But yeah, Pasta, I hope you feel better, bro. Definitely ice it up.
Sleep it off.
Sleep it
Tiger
off.
Balm.
Take some Tylenol. Tribe says to take some Tiger Balm. I don't know if that's gonna help you, but it probably make it burn. But yeah, man, just take it easy. Just take it easy. If you gotta go to therapy, do what you gotta do, because getting assaulted is no joke. No joke at all. All right, y'all. Better cut the live. Go to school, then start your job. All right, man. Finish up, man. Finish up. Finish strong. And you got this. Appreciate y'all coming through the live. You cleaned it, so we good. Thank you. Thank you, Lois. Y'all have a good evening. We'll catch you on the next live. Love y'all. Peace. And bye.